Showbiz Shelly here for the Ambission podcast, where I talk to ambitious people who are on a mission. And I'm here with somebody who's certainly very ambitious because they are just all over the place. But now they're in Chicago for 90210 the musical. Welcome, Caleb Dehne.
Thank you.
I said it right?
Yes, you did.
Dehne.
100%.
Thank you so much. So, first of all, welcome. And should I say welcome home in some ways?
Yeah, welcome home. I mean, kind of. It's still visiting here. I've only been to Chicago once before, but I am from Illinois, so it's crazy to think that.
So where in Illinois are you from?
So I'm 6 hours south of Chicago, Carbondale area.
Okay.
SIU, that kind of thing, yeah.
So it's a hike to make it to Chicago.
Yeah.
So I get it. You're not going to be coming up here every weekend.
No. It was like a special trip if we were coming up here.
Well, now, like I say, you're starring in 90210 the musical. You played Tori Spelling.
Yes, I do.
Tori Spelling in 90210 the musical. You've got to tell me, first of all, how did you get involved and how did the audition come? How did you get the role of Tori Spelling? Just tell me everything.
So I went to grad school in at Boston Conservatory, and I was checking this website, playbill.com, for like auditions and things right before I graduated, and I'd been laughing for months about hearing about this show, Kardashians, and they were being sued by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and I was making all these jokes at school, how ridiculous this is, and then I see on Playbill that from the creators of Kardashians comes 90210 the musical, and I was like, okay, well, I've been making fun of these people for about 2 months now. I should go in and audition for them. So I go in, I sing. They had me read for Brandon, and they asked me in the audition, they were like, so what is your favorite 90210 moment? And I was like, I was a baby the year it came out and like 10 years old when it ended, so I've never actually seen 90210, but I was like, but I love anything Mr. Tori Spelling does. And that's not my joke, that's Chelsea Handler's joke, but I thought it was really funny. And they laughed. They're like, Mr. Tori Spelling, that's perfect with what we're kind of joking with. And so we all kind of just agreed that this was a great thing, and they had me read for Tori, and I came back, read again for her, and immediately was like, okay, I should start seeing like how these people, what kind of comedy they work with. So I went and saw Kardashians and saw the writers there. They didn't recognize me from Adam, so I was like, okay, well, I didn't get it. It was just, and then I get a phone call like 2 days later in Boston, and Toddley was like, we would love to have you play Tori, and I was like, of course, I have to, yeah.
And so you hear you're playing Tori Spelling in the musical. What does that entail exactly?
So we poke a lot of fun at Tori. We poke a lot of fun at the nepotism and her klutziness and kind of this ridiculous celebrity that she is. And but we give her this amazing justifiable moment at the end of the show that's kind of like, hey, listen, I am just as valuable as the rest of these people. So, yeah.
I know she has all of her other shows that she does with.
Oh my God! Like literally every week she has like a new reality show.
Every week, and I watch some of them, so I'm not going to roll my eyes too much. I know, but I actually kind of like the one. I forgot what it was, but
they like flip houses now.
I think. That one I haven't seen. It was the one where her and Dehne were living together in the house,
before
the illicit
affair.
So Notorious, is that?
I think that yes. Oh, she had an TV show. That's how I knew Tori Spelling.
That's how you knew her. Okay.
Yeah, when I was like young, she had this TV show that lasted for like maybe 4 to 5 episodes.
Okay, yeah, no, then that's not what I'm thinking of. But I'm with you though, because I've never, I don't know, fully seen an episode of 90210, like an entire one. I've seen bits and pieces here and there. I'm more of a Saved by the Bell, Full House person. Yeah, and I know though this musical kind of comes from that same camp.
Absolutely.
Because you have same thing, right? Full House the musical, Save the Military.
And I think I know Aaron Spelling did produce Saved by the Bell and all that, so they've got all that kind of same canon.
And so I know last night was the first night, the big night. How did it go?
It was incredible. We were super nervous. It was just such a larger stage than what we had in New York, and so many more seats and a different crowd. Like Bob and Tobley have a great following in New York, and so we were really like, this could go one of two ways, and it was amazing. The crowd was just like vibrating from the moment we went out, so it was amazing.
And what kind of response have you gotten with you playing a female role?
It's been pretty positive. I play her so ridiculously, and I try to give her this human quality. It's usually a nice. I mean, from the moment I enter, there's usually a general like, huge laugh because it's just so ridiculous. We try very hard to make my Tori Spelling pretty. I am not a pretty lady, so and I don't know how to do that. So other than that, I think it's been a pretty positive response.
Well, and I read too, is it true you shave your legs? You have to do the whole routine of us females.
Shave
yeah,
pretty much everything.
Everything.
Yeah, it takes a long time. For anyone who ever wants to do drag, and I have no idea really how to do it correctly, don't use Nair. It's the worst thing you could ever do in the world.
It is, right? What was your experience with it? I know.
So I actually there's Nair for men, which is...
Yes, I have seen it.
And you leave it on for only like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm just really sensitive. But I am a hairy person naturally, but burns everywhere. Like little bitty, like it's terrible. I have to prepare to get ready to be Tori 2 weeks in advance so I can heal.
So you can, oh no.
And show off a naked body.
Yeah, because I know when I would use it, it would smell really bad. I don't
Terrible.
know. It still smells bad. Okay, because I haven't used it in a long time.
Yeah, and just think about doing it for really long periods of time.
Yeah.
I put on a movie, drink some wine. And
the things we do, Caleb, right?
For art.
I know.
This is art.
For art, for the work. I get it. I know. And so now this only goes through Sunday, so people are going to see this. They have to get on it pretty quickly.
Hurry up. And I think tonight is pretty close to selling, and the tickets are going pretty quick, which is amazing.
That's awesome. So yeah, it's at the Broadway Playhouse Theater over there at Water Tower Place. You can get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com. And like I say, we talk on this podcast a lot about people who are sort of out there in the community doing good things. Is there anything that you want to mention, talk about that you do sort of when you're not in your role of Tori Spelling?
Well, I mean, I'm, just kind of fresh out of school and getting acclimated. I do have, I have an amazing friend who is transitioning from female to male, who lives here in the Chicago area, and he is so active in LGBTQ things, and he has educated me so much on the community. I mean, being from Southern Illinois, it's... As liberal as I like to believe I am, it's still such a small world down there, and not an understanding. I think there's a charity, it's called the Point Charity, which is pretty amazing. They do funding for at-risk LGBTQ students, and the way they do it is through a one-on-one mentoring program, which is pretty amazing. And I'm all about just finding education opportunities. My undergraduate degree was in education, and I think that's the most valuable thing that we can find. And if someone can get an education in some way, that's what I would push.
Absolutely, 100%. Just sort of get the word out there, if nothing else, and an understanding. Yeah,
just have the opportunity. I've been so lucky to have unbelievable opportunity for education. I think it just should be, everybody should have that, regardless.
Right. Well, and before initially when we started doing this, you were saying how, like you say, you're from Southern Illinois, didn't come to Chicago much, but you are planning to make a big trip of it while you're here.
Yes.
Hopefully, yeah. What are you going to explore? What are you going to do? Be a tourist in your own area, sort of, right?
We're going to be the biggest tourist. We're going to do a boat tour, I think, tomorrow.
You've got to do the architecture tour.
Architecture. Yes. I have to see the Bean. I know it's the most thing. And we've already been talking literally every day. Well, we're putting off eating a deep dish pizza because we want to fit into our costumes.
Of course.
But we are ready for this deep dish pizza.
Sure, but maybe wait till the last
Sunday night, definitely.
Celebration.
Unbutton those jeans.
But right, and I like the idea of the obligatory selfie and the bean.
Absolutely.
That whole thing, you have to do all that.
Definitely in the 90210 pose too.
The 90210 pose.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Do you guys all hang out a lot outside of the show?
The cast is so unbelievably close. We're just. It's sickeningly close. It was great to so we did it last year, for 6 months in New York, and we've had all this time. I lived in Boston then, and everyone kind of went. We had one girl go on a cruise, and we all kind of went our separate ways. And then it was just, we were all elated to come back last month and start really getting back together. And I don't know, it was in 90210 fashion, without the drama. We were in that cuddle puddle.
The cuddle puddle.
Yes.
I like that. That's great. Well, good to see you, Caleb. Thanks for coming by. And if you want to get tickets, like we said, on Sunday, so you have to do that quickly, you can go to BroadwayInChicago.com. Cool. Thanks a lot, Caleb.
Thank you so much.